looking at resurfacing the half-size basketball court in the park and doing art on the court similar to Waterworks. The other idea was to do a mosaic walkway and or a sort of memory bench. And then the third idea was some fruit trees and or a community garden. So all these have some potential pros, cons. Community garden, who's going to champion that? And it's not something you would want, you really need to have some community engagement to make sure that that really thrives. So we are going to do some community outreach once we get a little more further down that path. I've got a conversation on Friday with Cincinnati Artworks to talk with them about how they could potentially help us, support us, if that's an option. So that's that piece. The historical marker, we're moving forward with that. I've had some communication with Mayor. In order to have a historic marker placed, you have to have the landowner give their authorization and agree to take care of it in perpetuity, right? Thank you. The mayor has said that he would like for city council to make a resolution that we are supporting that. And so that's something that Alexis and I and Keith Moore, the law director, are gonna start working on. We're gonna have that available to present at the next council meeting, which is March the 14th. We need to have some quick conversation if we want to try to do that if we do that in 3 readings, which is sort of the very traditional way. The last reading and the date that the resolution would be passed would be mid-April, and the application is due May 1st. So that would only give the mayor 2 weeks essentially to sign it. We could do it and declare an emergency, have 2 readings at the first meeting, and then have it pass at the next meeting, which would be March 25th. I'm actually going to be out of town March 25th. That'll be the first council meeting I'm missing, which I have feelings about, whatever. I was really liking that 100% rate. That was my little gold star. I can certainly ask the mayor, if we do it in the three readings, would you be prepared and willing to sign the letter to the marker application? But he would just need to be willing to do that in 2 weeks. Does that seem reasonable to you all? Would you rather I like the idea of having the 3 readings to give community time for input. And that's, the way it should be, is the 3 readings. Make sure that the mayor's okay with.
I would just give him the heads up that if we do 3, we need a quick turnaround.
Yeah. Okay.
And if that's not feasible, maybe we could even do 1, and then if no one shows up for the second, do 2 and 3, similar to how we did with.
Oh yeah, do the other way around.
I mean, because if no one wants to come forward after we've discussed it,
then we would. Okay. So also at that March 14th meeting, when I present the resolution, I will have Chris Hanlon come and do a quick presentation. He's the one who did the bulk of the research. We have over 100 pieces of primary sources, property deeds, newspaper articles from the 1920s, parts of the lawsuit that we were able to find, all that. Quick aside about that, there are some documents, we believe, in the attic here, but they are, my understanding is, covered in pigeon droppings. And Susan Daniels with the Historical Society is really interested in trying to get those documents. That doesn't sound fun to me. But I just wanted to see if you guys had any thoughts, because there would be, in theory, those 1920 documents in there.
Well, we would have to wait for that to be, because it's like a condemned space, almost. Like, we can't even go in there until it's cleaned up by like a hazmat team almost. Because there's so much like methane in there that it would make people sick or could also start harming you. So it's not a very good space right now because of all those droppings.
Right.
And there's also dead birds and everything.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait,
So
where is this?
it's
right here,
outside.
it's in this room right
Yeah.
here.
I was like, such that I avoided.
Yeah, it just, you can't access
Okay.
it. Even by
That's
accident.
you
But
have a
it
safety
is-
zone,
Yes.
like, you know.
there was a hole like in a window and some
Oh,
birds got in,
gotcha.
and then it was just
Lord.
obviously life happens, birds die, and they just left. I don't think people even go in there to even notice it. So
Yeah.
that's the reason why. And until we actually get that cleaned out, and we have to have a special team come in and actually clean it, and then most of that stuff may not even be salvageable because of that reason.
That's what I'm thinking.
Because I
Yeah.
think most of those documents are going to have to be burned or destroyed somehow. I don't even know if any of it's. This is just in passing between me and Noah. I don't even know if any of it's salvageable because of that. I don't know.
And so probably none of it could even be
Sounds
scanned
like it's
in.
not.
I think, well, I don't know. That sounds like a
Maybe I'll have a
conversation.
conversation with Noah.
Yeah, that's one thing because I'm not part of those conversations. I'm just in passing. So if you want to preserve any of those documents, we would have to, because you would have to somehow clean those documents now because those documents are now like saturated with all those gases and all
Yeah,
that.
that's what I was thinking. Well, so in my vision, we have there's a clean room and someone's in a hazmat suit with a scanner. That is awful. I don't want that job.
I mean,
All right, so I'll have a
Yeah.
chat with Noah or Susan Daniels might, and I'll bring that back because it would be really cool to have those council meetings minutes. But anyway, don't have those.
Interesting long-term choice to store historical documents in the attic.
Yeah, but what do we know in
the
the
way
I
that
know,
you've
I know.
chosen to do a lot of our documents, it wasn't, which we're updating now for everyone to know. We are remodeling City Hall to create storage spaces. We are doing different
Love that.
things, just so updating.
This
just so
doesn't
everyone's-
happen.
So it doesn't happen
We will
again.
never allow the
And-
pigeons access to the documents again.
Although in 100 years we might say, I can't believe we stored everything in the
Yeah.
cloud.
Ancient, yeah.
Also, so back to Marsh Park. I have reached out to some other community folks. Donna Lake has had some conversations with some folks about some other ideas. And I met with Darren Hackworth, who's the project manager, and he's gonna get just some initial pricing for things like the basketball court, just so we know as we're presenting these options, are they even financially feasible for us? Because before we can go out for the money, we need to know what money we need. And I also talked to Clint Zimmerman, Public Works today, and they're gonna confirm that we have the capacity to install the sign, which I don't think it's heavy, but it's basically just like a hole in the
Yeah.
ground and stick it in the ground with some cement. And then one last thing, when Derek and I were just sort of walking the park, along the front, there's a wooden split rail fence around the outside, and we thought it'd be really nice to plant bulbs around the fence line and not have it be a mulched area, just like natural flowers along the fence line. And he said that would be perfectly fine with Public Works. They wouldn't have to manage it, and they don't mow in the spring. So that was something to think about kind of sprucing up that part. And the placement of the marker my recommendation would be that it's, if you're familiar with the park, there's the ramp sort of walkway on the left, but right in the middle of Marsh Avenue, there's a break in the split rail fence. There's actually right now kind of a garbage can in the middle, but it looks like more of an entranceway. And then it's a grass slope up into the park. So one thought would be to make that like an actual stairway entrance. That is right where the house was, that was taken down. So that would be, that's the spot. So that would be, I think, more meaningful. I think that's everything about Marsh Park.
I have emails out to people at Artsway, but I also have a sort of text-ish situation out with a friend who used to work for Artswave is a local artist, to get me some sort of insider activity about it. We'll see what she comes up with.
Fantastic. Yeah. Thank you.
Now, whether or not I actually hear back, whole other story, but
That's the first step.
yes.
Cool. Anything else on March? No. Okay, cool beans. Women's History Month. Alexis, what do you got?
Sorry, doing the notes and this. I'm not as fast a typer.
While she types, I was able to, she has a list of items that
Yes.
we were able to donate. I did talk to Robert, and he said that we could use the giant like trash cans that are
yeah.
clean to put these donation bins wherever we wanted.
Do you want to think about
Yeah, sure. So I just want to let you know, I may send an email out on that too, but we are able to have a donation bin, so we can, and he says we have like 10 of them or 12 of them, so we can put one in like City Hall, one in Rec Center, and even one in the, I don't know if we would need one in the health department, if we're doing one in the Rec Center, but
Oh, that's true.
I don't know if we want to put too many around, but the more
There's
advertising.
sort of
the better.
different populations. People who go to the rec center are not
True.
necessarily people who go
That's
to the
what I
health
was thinking too,
department.
like,
That's true.
It's capturing different folks.
yeah, and then Robert even said that he could wheel him wherever we wanted once we're done, put him in his truck and.
What about the,
Oh, great.
the community center, the lower level?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, we could do that too. I don't know how much foot traffic they get at the lower level every day. I mean, I know the seniors go there. And then I know they generally keep the side doors locked throughout the week.
I mean,
So just foot traffic wise, but we could put a box, I mean, it's right by me, so I can always, we can put it there and see what happens. We don't have a lot to lose.
Maybe you could also put a sign upstairs that says donation box downstairs.
Yeah, we can do that.
I was going to say like a sign, because I guess what room is more heavily used?
I think the gym is probably used the most
That's what I
throughout
always
the
Oh,
week.
think,
yeah, that
especially
makes
with like
sense.
all the.
And then Karen does yoga there on Tuesdays.
Oh, okay.
So people do go through that side door, I know, for Tuesday.
So maybe the other way around.
Put a sign
The
downstairs
thing-
and.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What about the schools? What do we able to?
Hmm.
If
We
the
could
teachers
reach-
want to donate.
Or we could ask Lynette Edwards, cause there's the,
Or could we put it in like the teacher's lounge and then ask like the teachers, hey, if you feel comfortable, like post this in your class, and then maybe they do a class bin and then they just dump it into the. So it's not like a public
Yeah.
bin.
I would just do the high school.
Yeah, that's all I was thinking.
do you wanna reach out to Glenna?
Oh yeah, I can shoot her an email.
Okay.
Okay, so I will add that to the list. And then
She's
you're gonna have
phenomenal.
Marissa do the flyer,
Melissa,
or sorry, Melissa, my
Yeah.
bad.
do donation.
Just something to put over the bins, other than the list.
What all do you need on there?
I would just say, in
This
honor
is
of
for Lydia's house.
Women's History Month, donation drive for Lydia's house.
Donation drive.
Supplying all with children. So,
We could ask,
yeah, maybe.
we could ask
We
Glenna.
could.
Thank you.
I always feel weird asking kids for stuff.
That's why I was like, if the teachers feel comfortable, that's why I was like,
Yeah,
putting it on the
Mhm.
teachers, and if the teacher doesn't feel comfortable doing it, they don't have to offer it to their class
yeah.
type thing, so it's like, I would leave it up to the teachers almost.
Unless they have, maybe, I don't know, maybe the high school has a, like we had a Leo club, which was like
Yeah.
a community service
Yeah.
thing, but otherwise I don't love asking public school children for.
Do we want to make another
To
flyer
donate.
about like
You mean
describing
public school
what this
For
place
my-
does
As a
and
former
is, and,
public
like,
schools,
I'd probably put it on there, just
a little
a
blurb on
brief,
it.
yeah. With a brief description.
I'll just say children who had more money than me got to donate more stuff in there.
We did 100 can drive.
A can drive is easier.
Yeah.
This is like, their urgent need list includes, actually, and
Deodorant.
for the folks at home.
Oh, yeah.
Deodorant, body lotion, shampoo and conditioner for ethnic hair, unscented diaper wipes, toothbrushes, toothpaste, moisturizing body wash, and then for cleaning supplies, tall kitchen garbage bags, Swiffer wet jets, dish detergent pods, all-purpose cleaning spray. So, all of this with inflation is a little more than.
Yeah. Do we want the Norwood DEI board to be on there, is at the bottom, sponsored by,
No.
support, sponsored by?
Well,
Is that the right, sponsored by, promoted by?
Yeah, we should probably look into maybe getting our own like
Logo?
letterhead logo type
Supported by,
Yeah.
I like
presented.
Supported sounds better.
But we're doing the drive.
Well, yeah.
But
Well, the community's doing the drive.
how do you, like, what's another way?
Hosting.
Hosting. I was like,
Hosting.
putting something on, like, I was just like, well, how do you say
Wow.
that?
What's that
Putting
word?
it on.
You let
Putting
people come
it-
into your house and
Yeah.
like you give them food and
What's funny is we are all very intelligent people, but after 5 o'clock,
yeah.
like it starts to go down. It's,
Okay, so she'll take care of those. Are the
Yes.
bins gonna go out this week? Do we know when he?
Whenever
Put 'em out?
whenever we get the flyers,
We
I
can put
guess.
them out?
that's-
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I can contact you too, cause I'm happy to, go put flyers over stuff in the evening.
that's fine. So I can I'll talk to Robert tomorrow to see when he's available to go out to all the buildings. So we
If
were,
we could get them out this week, I'd love it, but we could also,
Yeah, he should
leave
be
them out
happy.
until, since we might be starting a few days late, we could keep them out until April 2nd or something.
yeah. So we want one in City Hall, we want one in Health Department, Rec, and Community Center.
I think it's good.
Or
Yeah.
So we want two things, actually. We want a flyer, and then we just want a sign that says the donation bin.
Oh, I think the flyers could just go over the bins to explain what they're for.
Okay.
Is that clear enough?
I was
'Cause
just thinking
also
like a
don't they
bigger
have-
sign.
Okay, yeah, whatever works too.
So I have a question. It's only that if we get lucky and have this much donation, so all the donation will go to Lily's house, or we can have some for the schools maybe, if you are comfortable getting donation from the.
Oh, I mean, if they're comfortable, like I said, I just feel like that's these aren't super cheap items.
Not so much that maybe
Yeah.
maybe if they have a point, they
If
can
we were
have,
doing, yeah, if they
have
want
some
to, yeah.
I'm not sure that this list would translate to the schools. I could
Yeah.
be wrong.
some will
Some would.
be like a
Like
high
disinfecting
school,
wipes.
like some
Yeah.
Yeah.
personal hygiene stuff.
I would just pick one for now, because it's the first time we're putting this on. Just
Yeah.
simplify it a little bit, because we can do like even another drive for the schools if we want to. And I'll probably partner with the schools and say, hey, what do your kids need? And then we'll get that list. And I mean, I think it's a good idea, but I think the first time we're putting things on, I think we should simplify as much as possible, just so we can get the best result, and then we can see what we need to do differently later.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
We can always decide if we do get a whole lot, then we can.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah,
envisioning
just
that.
like if you have.
No, yeah.
That would be lovely if we've got too much stuff.
And what's the
Yeah,
advertising throughout the
yeah.
community? Like, are we putting things up on bulletin boards like we did before, like another MLK Day type stuff? Or are we
Good
doing-
idea.
So we want outreach to so we'll do
hoping all
social
these-
media.
I'm hoping all these locations will just have like enough general foot traffic too. Cause I feel like when I see a donation bin, I'm like, oh, what's that for? Am I nerdy?
No, not at
If
all.
I see a bin, I'm like, what are we donating?
And have we thought
I'm
about
very,
even
usually-
contacting like Kroger and seeing if they want to donate a bunch of stuff?
Oh yeah, I could do that.
Or even donating a gift card so that we can go buy it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll reach out. I can reach out to. Well, you have a contact at Kroger, don't you? Or is she just?
Just the manager, just call
Okay,
her.
okay, I will
She's
reach out.
Are
lovely.
there any other stores that we can think of that might want to support?
Dollar General?
I mean, yeah, I would just sort of think
Where's
of
the
like,
Dollar General? Oh, over the Family Dollar.
Family Dollar, sorry.
Okay.
I mean, even if they want to do a $25 gift card or something like that, we can
Okay.
just go buy stuff. Like, I
Mhm.
think that's good enough.
Okay, I can reach out to them this week. Sorry. Last
No.
meeting I was like, I'll get the prep work done, and I called Lydia's house. I was like, can we get stuff for you? And they're like, yeah. I was like, great. I was like, done. Like, I was like, we just did this. It was a great job, Alexis.
Great job, Alexis.
You did, you started.
You did.
Started strong.
My bad team. Just didn't.
So,
I was like, we'll have the bins, and we're allowed.
so certainly having the bins at those locations, that will be outreach at those locations. Are
Yeah.
there additional, like, the library?
We could put, yeah, if we make extra flyers, we could put them up again at, the library and maybe Kroger, but those are pretty like centrally Norwood location,
it's
you know what I
more-
mean?
Yeah, more community-based, like,
Yeah.
locations,
Yeah.
Social media, Xavier.
Yes, yeah.
I'll pass it on to the Xavier. But they can do a
Blast out.
blasty thingy. I'll see if, City Hall, can put something out. I'll put it on my Facebook page.
I will as well, yeah.
You can send something to Rachel, and we can do a city hall email.
Okay, that's what I was thinking with City Hall.
Yeah,
'Cause they got the Facebook, but they also have the email.
well, Facebook would be Kyle,
Right.
so Kyle Head would be the Facebook, and then you just send something to Rachel Mullins for the city hall email.
Okay.
Since she's learning the council stuff, so she can do some all that email stuff for me now.
That both of those would need to go through Noah for his thumbs up on that.
Blasting to the city email, okay.
He just likes to get everything up. Once over, make sure.
Does he want to look at the flyer too before he starts posting stuff too?
No, he wouldn't need to see the flyer, but
If we wanna
because we're
attach
doing
the
it.
flyer,
But if he's sending out the flyer,
And his name on it.
yeah,
Okay, I just want to make sure we're crossing
Yeah.
things.
I can certainly have him take a look at it in case there's anything.
The whole thing was, we would like send out the flyer, like that was our, like send out a little blurb, so, in the email, so
Okay.
that's what I thought. And we don't have to think of clever things to type in.
Correct. Don't make more work for us. So library, Kroger, World of the Life Cafe is opening back up again.
Oh, yeah.
So they would be a good one.
so I can knock all this.
Are they wanting specific Scrub Daddy sponges, or do they want any sponge?
I guess they would prefer Scrub Daddy.
One of my boys loves his Scrub Daddy.
I
I've
know
never used
I
one.
know people who are very
I know.
devoted.
I've never used one.
I've never actually used
They're fine.
one.
First time I hear about it, so.
It's a round sponge and it has like a face in it.
Oh,
So the
really?
smiley face is supposed to be for spoons, so you put the spoon in the smiley face, then you can. Look
See?
I didn't know that.
Okay, this is, okay,
That's
amazing.
because I
Is that in the commercial that we just
it was their demonstration of Shark Tank.
Yeah, they're
Oh.
Shark
So
Tank.
it is. I love Shark
Okay,
Tank.
I was gonna say,
I
no.
love
I love you
No,
say that
Shark
as
Tank.
if it's like fact.
Oh my gosh.
That's something was from
The-
Shark Tank.
I know, I'm
Tom
like,
and
because
Chi.
we're all watching Shark Tank.
Tom and Chi was a Shark Tank as well.
Yeah.
Really?
I did
Yeah.
know that, yes.
That's the reason why I went there, because I never heard of them until I saw them on Shark Tank, and then they exploded because they were on Shark Tank.
So we said flyers at
Anyway.
Okay,
Kroger, sorry,
Kroger.
Kroger, the library, did we say somewhere else?
World of Life Cafe.
Oh, Life Silver, okay.
Starlight.
Oh yeah, we could do Starlight, that's what.
I feel like we should have a list. Because
We
we did the
should.
same thing with the 513 relief bus, where we're like thinking of the places.
Yeah, we can. I
We
used
should
some
have-
of the list from.
We should.
Start making a list then.
MLK.
Yeah.
And we can periodically just add to it.
Yeah, let's
Create
start.
local business list. Well, we basically have one from the MLK flyer drop,
Yeah, this is what I started for the.
because there was a
Oh,
Google
yeah,
Doc for
Yeah,
it.
we have one.
Oh, we'll
I
just,
changed
we'll just,
it.
I'll rename it the outreach
And we have.
Um,
This is.
list.
And maybe we could just make one more specifically for like local flyer.
I
Yeah.
started something so I can work on this. And
Oh, you can fix that for us?
Thank you.
I already started.
She already started fixing, thank you.
Okay.
Is there anything in like the Brooklyn area? Did we do anything for that for MLK?
I put stuff in Joseph Beth and
Oh, yeah,
Whole Foods,
Oh, yeah.
which
Oh,
they were.
would Whole Foods want to donate? I mean,
I could ask.
What
I just
we
know
have
their
in here,
supreme
like-
overlord
like
is Jeffrey Bezos. So I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they will definitely have some of the stuff. They will
Really?
definitely have a Scrub Daddy
Mm-hmm.
on deck.
Cooking
and I'm
spray,
assuming
paper
like
towels,
if you
toilet
don't have
paper.
Fabuloso, then we're going to take other types of.
I don't know, the
It's
Fabuloso purple
both.
is my
Right.
favorite.
It's all, it's in each store, it's, you
Like,
cannot.
that's what I was like, are they wanting this brand name stuff or like anything?
But
Kind of
Fabuloso
similar.
is discount name brand.
Yeah.
But I was just like,
It's,
can I go to the Dollar Tree and like
you can go to
get
the
up a
Dollar
bunch
Tree
of stuff?
and
Like,
get a Fabuloso. Because
Oh, you can hide,
Yeah.
oh, you can?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Aside from.
No, just like the Swiffer, like pads, can you get like the Target brand that go on this, like,
Oh, yeah.
they want like the name brand stuff, or like, does it really matter?
It seems like it's
It
only
matters.
cleaning supplies they got
Name branding?
specific. Yeah, and it seems like personal hygiene and then for kitchen products.
So it's really
Whatever.
just those four
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
I used
Okay.
generic saran wrap the other day, and it does not work. It is a waste. It does not.
There's some things you have to
It
do,
does not
like I
wrap.
can't,
Oh,
I
there are
won't
certain
do anything, yeah, like garbage bags for me.
Wow.
Glad.
Oh.
Wow.
Actually, I'm a simple human.
I use Costco brand.
Yeah,
I bought
I have
about 3 years ago.
I have a bougie garbage can. It's like 2/3 recycling, 1/3 garbage.
Oh.
So it has special bags.
Glad makes the special bags that.
The
that
simple
makes
human
simple
ones?
human They don't make simple human ones, but they
That
make
the
extra
size-
tall ones. So I have to get like extra tall ones, like not the
Oh.
regular tall ones. They make them. So that's why.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm sorry.
sorry. No, we're doing really good.
Do you know?
6:31. We got this.
So it'll be Public Works who puts out the bins.
Probably be
Or-
Robert.
Robert.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I don't know
custodian,
Robert.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
okay.
our custodian. So, but he does that. He does a lot of like the general maintenance
Okay.
around and stuff like that. He cleans and all that stuff. So
You've
he's
seen him.
all purpose.
I probably have.
Yeah.
He's
He's a really nice
He's like
guy.
a light
He's-
blue shirt, t-shirt.
I'm very
Like
good with
blue or-
faces.
Older
Very good.
gentleman.
Will Melissa be able to make the flyer? Like,
I will text her today.
okay. No rush.
Um,
I mean, I can do it if she can.
I will let you know tonight what her turnaround can be.
I feel bad I did not have the flyer prepared today.
So then, once it's prepared, I guess then I should talk to Robert because I don't want him to put it out and just people to see a random trash can.
Yeah, well,
That's
there's a
fair.
trash can here.
That's fair.
So I was like, if we can have it done by Friday, I can say, hey,
Yeah.
by Friday
Oh,
at
well-
3, can you put these out so then
Mhm.
someone
I say
can.
if she can't do it, I will have it done.
I can let you know tonight.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, just.
It doesn't take me that long to put a flyer together. I just didn't give it to the first.
So should I tell him, hey, can you put this out on Friday? And
Oh,
then-
yeah, that'd be
Then you
fine.
can just go around and.
Oh yeah.
Okay. What time do you think you can go around? Just so I don't want to put it out 8 in the morning and then again, people are sitting there random trash cans around.
Question,
You know what?
if we email you the flyer
I
And
think
then you
that-
ask-
print it out, and then
Yeah.
you can give them to him.
Do you
when he
color
puts out
printing
the-
here?
When you, so he has them, and he can put them with it.
Okay.
That work?
That should be fine. Yeah, just let me know. And then when I get them, I will talk to them.
Cool.
So that's the drive for Black History Month, we did a list of Black-owned businesses. Would we like to try to do something similar with women-owned businesses in Norwood? Or does that feel like
Did you just do it on social media for Black History Month?
correct?
I don't really have too many women businesses.
Oh, really? I can think of,
The hair salon.
there's a bunch. There's Melanie Mize, the attorney,
Oh, that's true.
there's the therapist, there's the Sandy, she has the occupational therapy,
Mhm.
there's Norwood Nutrition,
Oh, that's right.
the DMV, is that?
It's not really. That's a state.
But it's run, but she
They're
runs it.
privately owned.
Really?
All the DMVs and all. I think there's only one state run still, State of Ohio. They're all privately owned.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a woman.
That's new to me.
Yeah,
Like all
that
sorts
that
of
was like
things.
a year or two ago that the state government just made them all private because it was going to be cheaper to do that than to keep them running.
That explains a lot of my car title troubles at work.
So they're run
Alright.
by like the statewide network, but they're
Yeah.
individually owned by.
That explains a lot.
DMVs or like
Yeah, I think there's only one in Columbus, maybe 2 in Columbus that are still like state run, but all of them are run in the state of Ohio. Other states I don't know in the state of Ohio.
I wonder if the one across from the
I wouldn't
courthouse.
guess.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
That'd be weird, but probably.
Alright.
I've
Learn something new every day.
I've wagered to
I-
guess.
I don't You know, I think it's nice to have a list. I did send the Black-owned businesses over to our, chamber, and I don't know that they've done anything with it.
And here we should try something of like, for like Black History and Women's History Month, getting some sort of like a discount or some sort of like just talking to these businesses and seeing if they want to participate in something and like, and just be like, hey, try a new place and you get a 10% discount on this coffee or this event or I don't know, just trying to
Except they're
grab
already
people there.
disadvantaged, so I don't want them to take
I
away.
just want to figure out a way to get people there.
in. No, that
And that's
makes
an easy
sense,
way to do it is to offer some sort of, and maybe we can do a fundraiser and, or I don't know, like there's different things that we can do, maybe that's not discount, but then rather than just putting a list up on Facebook, it's actually like, hey, let's go
like
to
a
this.
punch card. Okay, that's ridiculous. But like you go to so many businesses and you enter a drawing, and then you get a thing. I don't know.
But
Oh,
it's
but
just-
that is more of a
yeah.
Chamber of Commerce thing though, isn't it?
And it's also some of these are like occupational therapy. It's like okay, how like
Right, I'm not going to an
how-
occupational
So then you're kind of
therapist
ruling them out, and so it's like how do you get them to be recognized and people to say, oh, well, let me go to this place instead of this place. I don't know. I just start thinking about like next year. How can we?
Here's a thought. Hamilton County is doing a thing where they're having all the elected officials, all the women elected officials, get together for a picture on the courthouse steps in Hamilton County. Wonder if we could do that, where it's sort of like we gather them all together and have a picture, and it's like these are all our fill in the blank
Or could we
businesses.
do like have like tents or like tables set up and invite a lot of them here to talk about their business and do some sort of community event to draw people
So
in?
it's only one day meeting, so yeah, but
Yeah.
it's a really good idea. If we have it more, we have more than one meeting, and we have.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it could,
Or should we ask the chamber? Could we
I just,
invite the chamber and say, here's some thoughts we would like for you to consider to elevate these businesses? Because that's kind of their shtick, right? That's what they're there for. So maybe we just sort of give a nudge and then have them do the thing.
or we can partner with like help plan it. And then like, because we have these community like connections with these people and I don't know. I want to just do more than just posting something online and just
And then it
Listing
sort of
it.
goes into the, yeah.
then just actually get people to go there and then have them talk about these businesses and then what are they, I haven't heard of some of these businesses that you're just listing. So it's like,
Maybe we could do
Yeah,
like a
but
small
then-
business fair or something, or like,
yeah,
and we could invite all of we could invite all small businesses, but of course, we already have
Do
lists.
you have an overlap between those black-owned and?
Yeah, actually there's
Oh,
several
so maybe
women
you-
black-owned
Yeah,
businesses.
so maybe,
I had 3 of
so
them.
is it 2 months like that?
Maybe we could,
They get bonus points.
maybe this summer we could do that, or in September or sometime at like the end of Mills, like where all of our other festivals are,
Mm-hmm,
but just do it for small business promotion and.
okay. So
And
is there anything we want to do this year?
No.
Sounds like no. Sounds like we're good, but maybe start a conversation with the chamber about can we collaborate on maybe some of these fairs or.
Yeah.
Okay.
just seeing what works now and then seeing how we can expand upon it.
Okay, so the idea for next year.
So I think once we do these things, I think it'll be good to have like a reflection portion after like in our next meeting of like
What worked, what didn't
what
work.
worked for Black History Month, what worked for Women's History Month, and how can we go into the next month or whatever is coming up next,
Mhm.
and how can we take what we learned this time and improve it since we have time? Because like when we got to Black History Month, and Women's Month, it was like here already, so it was hard to plan all these complicated things.
Resolution,
Oh, for Women's History Month?
yeah,
We can do it the next one.
let's do that.
I thought about it as soon as we got home last night.
Yeah, but it wasn't the month yet.
Yeah.
Okay, so, resolution. We have one, I'm pretty sure we did one last year.
We did. They already have one.
So let's pull it out, because some of them I wouldn't mind tweaking a little bit. I really want to redo the Black History Month one, but I didn't get around to it in time. Do you want to look at it? Do you want me to look at it? We can both look at it. Does everybody want to look at it?
I have, sure.
Is that too much?
I have the draft from Tim from last year.
Okay. Do you want to share it? And then, but we're not gonna be meeting again before that's done.
Yeah, yeah, so.
So I guess if you don't have thoughts about it now, then we can't talk about it later.
I mean, is there not a way to schedule
Another
another meeting?
quick meeting before the 14th,
No.
for anyone who wants to
That's
talk
good,
about
yeah.
the resolution.
I'm sorry, now I'm looking for the sample. I can meet, but,
I mean, if that's all we're talking about, it won't be that
Yeah.
long of a meeting.
Frankly, do have a lot to have.
I know, right? This is my
Actually,
brain. This is how my
concerns me.
brain is. It's not pretty.
I could do next week, basically, before the 14th, it would have to be next week. I could do Monday, which is pretty soon, but I mean, I can send you all the sample by then and we can discuss tweaks and make it real fast.
I could do that.
We're doing evenings still. I can't do it.
Monday,
Monday works.
it's a quick turnaround.
Probably.
Okay.
We do Monday at 5:30, 6.
I can do 5:30.
I prefer 5:30.
Okay.
Is that good for you, Shui?
Monday 6,
Would
5:30
5:30 work?
5:30.
Is it too early?
No,
Okay.
yeah,
Later meeting?
no meeting, but
Okay.
I have to manage.
And
Getting my kids home and
you
come
don't
back.
wanna
I
come,
would say
don't
actually,
come.
yeah,
Yeah,
because
but
it's an emergency, or
No,
not
it's
emergency,
okay.
but a quick
And you
turnaround.
can always send an email with your suggestions,
Yeah.
and then we can read them to meeting.
Yeah, but probably I will be here. Monday,
Do not- yeah.
6
Yeah, yeah.
and 5:30.
Yeah, and I'll need to do a quick meeting agenda to Rachel.
And then also ask Rachel to reserve
The room.
the room.
Oh, she does that? Okay,
I'm
usually I
having
just
her
go.
do it.
Usually I do.
I can have her do it, it's fine.
Okay.
It's, I know, I'll talk to her tomorrow.
Okay,
I'm trying to push off a lot of my administrative stuff on her now since she's full-time.
fair enough.
It's nice.
But sometimes I like to talk to Sharon. She's so nice to me.
Just one less thing I have to do.
Right.
Like, okay, so.
So Monday the 6th at 5:30. So far, the only thing on that agenda is the resolution.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing we can. Oh, I don't have it on this computer.
We can put updates for the bin, or for Women's History Month too, so.
Okay.
It's just a thought, that way we can just, like, the bins are out, the flyers are out.
And maybe I will have the list ready so reviews my.
Oh, the
proposed
outreach list?
Yeah, outreach list.
I really just need to pay for Word.
Bin update. And outreach list. Okay. That'll be a 20-minute meeting,
Yeah.
half-hour meeting,
Yeah.
okay. Anything else on Women's History Month?
No.
Sweet, all right, culture audit. That's what I'm calling it, do we have a better name for it?
DEI.
Vibe audit.
So,
The vibe
The
audit?
So-
vibe audit.
one of the reasons why it took so long is because I had Rachel put this together and she didn't save half of her work, so she had to redo some.
Oh,
So-
that.
Yeah.
Ouch.
So it's almost completed.
Sweet.
So I actually gave you access to our pulse stuff on Paycor. So when you
Okay.
log into Paycor, you should have it under people and Pulse, so
I
you
don't,
can take a look at that.
I don't have a login to Paycor.
You should,
You
we have
should?
to make one for our,
Yeah, for when, like, as you get paid, then don't you look at your pay stubs?
it is kind of pointless to look at.
No, I don't look
I
at
will
my
say-
pay stub. It's-
I will say 90% of our employees look at their pay stubs because when there's one thing wrong, they contact me, which is good. I
Yes.
want
Right.
them to do that. I
No,
definitely want them to do that.
ours is always the same.
But
Oh, I have a
Actually,
login. I
it
use the
varies.
login.
Said surprise.
so just so you can take a look at it, and then you can, because I can only give it to you, or I guess I can give it to you too because you're an employee. But you can go into where the surveys is. It's just called diversity survey, and then you'll just have to like go in and like hit edit, and then you can like preview the survey. It's all drop downs. She's not 100% done yet, but there are some things I feel that we should have more listed. And also I need to put in like the instructions and stuff like that, which aren't in there.
Yeah, I had some comments on the survey questions I made really some time ago. But yeah, you're right, there's missing stuff like no question about age.
No question about, oh, yeah.
Yeah. Language spoken maybe.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm having like
See?
all these listed questions.
Oh, yeah, I think it's gonna be
Television.
a drop-down menu, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Some will be like strongly
Very low
disagree, agree
Yeah.
with that type of stuff.
Because
And
like the
a lot of it-
religions, there's like 30 of them. And I would
Oh, yeah,
hate
there'll
to
be a
have it
drop-down. Yeah. So language, age, anything else that you saw?
It doesn't like my,
I have
City
this highlight,
email
but I
address.
no longer remember why I did highlight songs. Okay, yeah, I
Maybe
took the
you can-
survey actually and see, and,
You-
oh yeah, 10 minutes, this is my answers. Okay, it took me 10 minutes to complete the current version, so, yeah, I'm a slow reader, so I take my
So
time.
it's, cause it's like first question is, what is your sex? I think that male, female, or not listed.
sex or
Gender,
gender?
then it has gender identity after that.
Gender, yeah.
So then you have man, woman, transgender, non-binary / gender non-conforming, or not listed. I feel there should be another one in there or more, but I don't. I just want someone else to look at it. Sometimes I feel that there should be something there, but I don't want to make it too complicated.
Right.
Oh, and then like the what racial or ethnic groups do you identify? That is a check mark, so you can check multiple ones.
You can't check multiple?
Yes.
Okay.
Wild.
So and again, this is one that I feel that probably should have more. We have African American / Black, Asian American / Asian, Hispanic / Latino / Latino.
So,
Well,
for this
except-
question,
I was just gonna say Latino should be separate.
Separate.
yes.
Okay, so
And
Hispanic
then,
and
so all
Latino.
those-
Hispanic or
no, no, no.
Latino,
It should
yeah.
be all of
Like
those, and then are you Latino
Oh, it's
is separate because that is not a,
racial.
Okay.
it's not a racial identity, it's a,
Ethnicity.
right.
So Hispanic / Latina, separate from racial.
And
Identity.
question
Okay.
about walking, do you walk in Norwood or no? I know this will be go.
No, this is
going
just for employees.
employee, yeah.
Yeah, this one is just employees, so we know they work in Norwood.
Because then it goes which ones do you all apply
How
to,
long?
and then which one do you mostly identify with.
Mm.
So I kind of like that. Are you born in the United States? That's just a yes or no. Because indicate your generation status. So it's like were your grandparents here? Were you born here? Were your parents born here? That type of stuff. If you're born outside the United States, please indicate the country you were born with. That's just a type. Like you just type in there. Religious background, which that is just a drop down. I didn't know if that should be a checkbox, because I guess you could be multiples of those. Because you could technically be like an agnostic atheist, you could be an agnostic something else, like you could
Like
be.
raised Catholic but agnostic.
Well, it's like
Catholic
atheist is one's more about belief and one's more about knowledge. So you can be like, I believe in a God, but I don't believe that they are communicating with us, or I don't know if there's a God that is actually able to communicate. Like there's different things. So one's with knowledge, and one is actually believe. I don't believe that there is a God or whatever. So
Which is atheist.
which is the atheist, agnostic. So you-
Agnostic is, I believe that, or I believe that there could be, but I do not.
no.
Yeah.
Yes.
Correct.
So I right now, like, there's certain things in here that's like, I think this should be a checkbox instead of a drop down. So I just want someone,
more eyes.
more eyes, and then like you get like, I don't like this question. What types of disabilities do you have? Which that needs to definitely be reworded. But it's just like, I don't even know if that's really.
After like Alexis and I take a look at it,
Yeah.
is there a way to print it all out so that everybody can take a look at it? I mean, it might be like a lot of pages, but.
Well, I can do a print and save as PDF, and then
Yeah.
just. Now, well, no, because it's not gonna have all the drop downs. It's not gonna print all the
It
drop
will
downs.
print, right?
downs.
Yeah.
I might. Well, let me get out of this preview page. I wonder if there is a way, because if you just go to this, no, I don't think there's a way to actually do that.
We could, maybe we could do it on the screen or something at some point here, or maybe go into, I know we don't
We can go
like the
into-
chambers, but,
Well, in the conference room behind my office.
oh yeah, and we could just
And,
walk through it all together.
Yep.
On a meeting. Can we get the cameras in your conference room?
Which conference room?
The one behind chambers.
I think so. The smaller one
Yeah, the one with the TV on the wall.
should be able to.
Okay. Yeah, so like maybe put that on our next like big meeting, and
Okay.
then, because this should be done by then, and then, and I'll walk through, because right now, I think Rachel's just going by like what I gave her, and there are a lot of things where it's, I think I want to reword some stuff, and I don't even like the disability question, I don't think, I may even just nix it. But
Well, I think we
and how it's
should
answered, because it's like, it's very, very
Yeah.
specific on like, do you have a hearing disability, do you have like, I don't know if I really.
I'll need to look at it.
So I've got
Yeah.
a thought about that, maybe, and this would only be regarding a physical disability, asking somebody if they have mobility issues. Alternatively, asking someone if they have concerns about, I guess maybe, I don't know how you
So
would
part
call
of it is
audio or
wanting to know their
visual.
disability status.
Yeah.
Because if they're feeling,
Well, maybe, I mean, is there a way to phrase it, like, do you have a disability that affects your work?
well, except it's, we don't, the issue's not, doesn't affect their
Oh, or
work.
like,
It's-
we just wanna get it.
If I
first,
have
forgot.
I
a
just wanna
hearing
know our
issue
population.
and.
Yes.
And that's all it is. It's like, I want to know what our population is. I don't really care who
Yeah,
has
could
a
you
disability
give,
kind
could you
of.
give like the option, like, I prefer not to disclose?
I think that's on there.
Yeah, and,
Yeah.
and it should be on here.
Yeah,
That's
for
phrase.
every same question you would have this exit,
Mhm.
right? I would prepare not to answer, I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not applicable. But maybe you just leave, place it saying, have you been diagnosed with a disability?
Yeah, I just have to just.
Okay, I just Googled it, because I was like,
How way to say it?
how does one ask about disability in a survey?
Okay.
It literally came up.
That's a
I
Google
actually did that for the gender one too.
So, here's the suggestion, though I think it could use work. Do you have any access requirements you would like me to be aware of?
I feel that's going to be very
That may be
confusing.
very-
when-
That is why I'm saying I think it has some work. So, yeah.
Like, could you just say, do you
Accommodation?
like identify with like anything like?
Well, because there are people who have like learning disabilities who don't identify as disabled.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
And-
that
Do
could be
you have
tricky.
any accommodations?
Or
Limitation?
could we just
We
say
say
like?
like disabilities or accommodations.
Do you have any, I don't wanna say conditions, like
Yeah.
another way of like saying like, do
Sorry,
any of these
sorry.
below apply?
I've been doing your
Kind of
Slack.
But like being a little more specific in it.
You gotta.
Cause I'll just read a few of them, it's like blind, low vision, deaf, hard of hearing,
Chronic health conditions.
chronic illness,
Yeah.
Yes, do you
medical
have any chronic
condition,
health?
speech, communication condition.
I think like getting that specific is good.
Yeah, but it's like,
The general
what do
phrasing.
we title that? Is like,
Do you have
do any of the following below
apply to you? Yeah, that might be the way to phrase
Do
it.
any of these apply to you? Hearing
Coolness.
loss.
Yeah.
Yes.
We are not labeling anyone.
And then also, do we want
And they
to
can
add any
label
more? 'Cause
themselves.
I don't want to feel like we're
Yeah.
Yeah.
like leaving out any other type of.
You could put an other and then allow a type in. Like,
Yeah.
if, like, let's say, I don't know, color blindness is a thing, but we did not put color blindness in
Yeah.
It
the,
should be in there.
thing, then we can say other, and then they can type in.
And also there
color
are
blindness.
so many learning disabilities.
So many. It's not possible to
List those.
list all of them.
No.
I don't
Yeah.
think.
And I have a note on the Sligo scale is either strongly agree or strongly disagree, so maybe we'll have a 5-point Sligo scale where you have that.
So with that, there is nothing like that in Paycor.
Yeah.
You know.
So there is a 5-point scale in Paycor, but it's like dissatisfied to satisfied.
Mm.
So I feel that's a little confusing, but we kind of reword it like, how satisfied or dissatisfied are you in the overall workplace environment? And then so it's like we kind of reworded that question. And then we added a neutral, so you have a 5-point scale. Neutrals can be a little bit, there's a double-edged sword because everyone could pick neutral and then you're not getting a true balance. That's why a lot of like researchers will tell you not to put neutral in there
Mm-hmm.
because, I'm not satisfied or dissatisfied, so I'm just neutral. I'm not happy or not unhappy, so I'm just neutral. So it's like, that's just an easy way to pick, so that kind of skews your data a little bit. But I do have a 5-point scale in there right now.
And another question would be, how long have you been working?
That's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
How long have you like
How long?
been working?
employed?
Yeah. No, you phrase it like
How
you
long?
phrase it, but just the idea.
Yeah, how long?
And we're also tailoring this to Norwood, so like I said, she's not completely done with this. That's not I took that from, I think, the University of Michigan. So we're kind of like adding certain questions and tailoring them, so that was just an example of questions that we could add.
I like those question it's really good one.
Yeah. Because I would also like to say like,
Is that the one that was the combination of all of them, or is that a separate one that you found?
This one I got from you, so
oh,
this was on our share. Right,
it was on a drive, okay,
Yeah.
then it might be the combined one.
probably.
I can't remember which one I actually, I think I submitted like 3 different packets, and I
Okay,
don't know which one was like,
the final one.
because there was one that I couldn't take, like, and
It wouldn't
combine,
fit,
because it
yeah.
wasn't like, it was like a PDF and it was really too hard to actually like copy and paste. But yeah, I wanna add like more like Norwood questions, like, how long have you been here? Do you like participate in
Community
community events?
Yeah.
What would you like to see that the city could put on that would help those
Mhm.
things? That wouldn't be in something like that.
Mhm.
So, once this should be completed, hopefully within the next week, so then we should have this ready to view in the next meeting. And we
Perfect.
can all go into, and then we can edit as we go.
Okay, sounds good.
For your gender one, because I also did the same thing Ashton did, because we are lawyers and we will just Google anything.
That's what I did.
On one option I saw like prefer to self-describe and then giving a box to self-describe for the gender section, if you didn't like how those were phrased.
As
As an option for gender.
one of the options.
Yeah, like you
Okay.
could prefer to self-describe and then have
And
a
then
box
have
where
a
you can
open.
self-describe,
Yeah.
if they want.
Yeah, because there's a lot on here that says preferred response not
Right.
listed. So then, I guess with that, see if there's a way to
Yeah.
give them a
For
box
that,
to
yeah.
put that. And also another thing was pronouns are not on here either. So I would like to see that too.
And I did research some of the available surveys, and this one I found maybe it will be help. I see here they have more gender options, like female, male, transgender, agender, gender, non-binary. They better not to answer.
Newest
So
one.
maybe you would.
Well, my mom
Is
is
this resumes?
Yes.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Can I have this?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because this.
It's and it has to be like we don't know to answer questions.
Yeah, which is
Yeah, maybe you will have some ideas to
is-
some questions.
I don't think you'll need to read.
Yeah, because
You might want to add first.
So the questionnaire would be more of a top list like this?
yeah, so this is actually like what it would look like. This is what we're building now. So like what is your sex? You know, female not listed. What is your gender? Then it would be man, woman, transgender, non-binary, preferred. And I want to add more to this one. And then you would just select these. And I'm also wondering if like some of these should be checkboxes and not. And then you could like do multiple things if you wanted to. But yeah. So that's my update. And then,
The only other thing I just thought of in terms of the culture audit was we still have Starlight Donut coupon, a gift card, and Quatman's left over from the blood drive. And we could put that in the hopper for
If they take the culture.
your, thing, if that's a thing. Because I think you said you should be able to do that, or maybe not.
if I made it non-confidential, so
Oh,
Yeah, that was like part of it.
surveys do not. Well,
could they screenshot?
Oh, yeah, because we discussed this in like last time.
I'm
It was like,
wondering
if
if-
you want to do the.
But that was not with the pay one.
yeah. Now for like the community one, that could be different, but will not reveal the
Do
names.
you have, at the end of the questionnaire, would you be able to have this thank you page or thank you for completing, and then if they screenshot it and
That's what I
then
think we were
they
thinking was.
still,
Yeah.
they're still anonymous, but they were intentional, like purposefully.
Well, 'cause I'm wondering if it will
They can
tell
share
me
the completion with
who
us.
completed it, but they won't tell me who answered what.
Hmm.
That I'll contact Paycor to see if they'll give me like a list of people who did complete it, but it won't actually tell me who. Or
What their answers are, just
Like a third party.
Susan Hoover completed it.
Or who is left to complete it. Because basically the way that I understand this is I will have to invite everyone to do it, and then who completed the invite or who, whatever. I'll talk to Paycor to see if there's a way to, because it says like a minimum of 5 recipients must be selected, which means I know those 5 people when I'm sending it. And then if only
Okay.
3 people do it, is there a
That's
way to
2.
tell me 2
Yeah.
people didn't do it? Or like if I send it to all 200 and some employees that we have here, and only 100 do it, will it tell me the last 150 that didn't do it?
Right.
And then I can figure out who did complete it. I don't know. I wouldn't see why they wouldn't release that information. Because it's not actually tying anything to anyone.
Right.
And at least minimum of, I guess if only one person completed it, then I would know.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm feeling if we only get 10 responses, that's not even a survey worth.
Yeah, it's not,
Anything.
yeah, anyone, yeah.
So maybe everyone just gets a donut. Thank you for this.
Right.
1 donut per person.
Yeah, I'll try to figure that out, and then if we need to, we can do or I guess if we could build like a link somewhere that's like, hey, click this link, and then just
Oh, to be
give your
entered.
name,
Oh, yeah, that's
and
actually.
email just to be entered or something like
And
that.
then we'll just have to hope they're all being honest.
Would you create another survey
True.
and make polls and post directly,
That could be, I don't know if I can link
right,
surveys like that
yeah, another
within,
survey?
so they would have to go to another link, and that's just another step for them to do.
Mhm.
I don't think I can link surveys. Because I could make a non-confidential one and a confidential one. And then the non-confidential one would tell me, like, who answered what questions.
So if I have this webcam, I can use it and create this survey and have a link, but this goes, you can create a link that can be sent in another survey to.
So this is, I like this for our employees because it's going through our payroll system.
I know, but.
So it doesn't have versatility because it's not like a true survey system. It's not like SurveyMonkey, which survey is built to be survey. So you can probably link things within itself. Paycor's not like
Would
that.
you be able to have a link in?
I don't.
Like I link my survey to yours and just once they're done with that, they will finish the other.
So when I add
Two
something,
surveys?
It will be just
It's
if
survey
you
and
So
if you
survey.
if
This
you want
is-
to
this is the
be part of
only.
the.
So these are the only options that I have is in order to do this. Now I might be able to. I don't know if I can do employee experience. No.
What these two notes do?
Oh, that's just like so you can preview it or
Okay.
that's all. But this is how you like add stuff. But you can do like even if I did like a short answer.
So here, if I add I give you a URL to add, would it be like the active link that they want to?
Yeah, that's-
Can you try
Well,
like
yeah.
any with
Let's just
try one of these
yeah.
things.
Next. Okay. So then let's do a super preview and see what.
What if the two of you met
No.
during, no.
No.
I mean, you can copy and paste it, but it's not a link. It's just.
So maybe you ask them just copy and paste this link to complete kind of a short survey to take people out
Yeah,
of
yes or no,
Yeah, I can do that for you. We can, let's just, give me a minute, give me a couple of days, I will create small thing, I send you the
and see if
link
it
and
fits
you,
in.
we can test it between each other and see if it will work. Yeah, maybe this is a way.
Yeah.
I did create this database for using WebCat for the purpose, maybe we use it later on for the community part of the audit.
Okay. There's also a possibility that Ivy Banks could let us use one of the schools' they've got the big fancy ones that they might be able to let us get access to.
For the community
Like a
one?
For the community one, yeah,
Okay.
because that's gonna be huge,
Mm-hmm.
hopefully.
Mhm.
Is there anything else on the culture audit? And again, is that what we're calling it?
That's fine.
I don't see why.
It's an audit, right?
It's an audit.
I was, like,
And
I
we're looking for
was,
culture.
I was, like, the word audit for me, it's like we are not.
Survey?
It's a surveying,
It's
And
like
we're
culture
always
survey.
business.
Well, so I
It's
mean,
And we
an
read business.
opinion,
well, we're not
yes,
just
like
doing a survey, then we're
opinion.
looking at the results
That's
and
true,
then
it is
figuring
an
out
audit.
where are our holes and what do we need to do in the future to recruit better. So I think it would be more of an audit, and also because this is going to be more of a how do you feel about your environment, how like what can we do
Yeah.
better.
And it's
But
gathering
then
fact
audit
as well as
is-
feelings.
Kind of more, it's not voluntarily.
Well, we're not advertising it as that. It's what we're calling it because we're going to take all this data and figuring out.
So I Googled it, because that's what we're doing tonight. A culture audit is a process conducted internally in an organization. It quantifies your workplace culture so you can see how workers are communicating and acting and how your organization is reflecting its values at a specific point in time.
So that's what we're definitely doing with
Yeah.
the Keys survey.
Yeah.
The community one we could call like we could think of something fuzzier,
Yeah.
something nicer.
All right, cool beans. All right, so we're good with that. So agenda items for next month, which would be Wednesday, March the 5th, because if you recall, this is now an ongoing meeting, the first Wednesday of every month at 6 o'clock, lower conference room.
It's this, isn't that the 6th
Maybe.
Monday?
No. Our
Next
next
week?
big meeting.
Oh, the next big meeting,
Sorry.
April, sorry, and that's
Oh,
April.
April 5th.
April 5th, okay.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just,
No, I wrote March.
okay,
Is it
so
April?
April 5th meeting agenda.
No, I don't know. Let me double check. April the 5th, Wednesday, April 5th at 6 o'clock, lower level. So we'll have another Marsh Park update, Women's History Month review, culture audit update. April. Is there anything that we want, that we're gonna focus on in April?
It's Earth Month.
Oh, it is.
Which is lovely. I know that's really DEI.
Yeah. The Stress Awareness Month, Alcohol Awareness Month.
Environmental issues definitely fall into equity issues, just.
That's for
That
sure.
is true.
That is for sure.
Autism Acceptance Month.
Autism.
Just the way you said it.
And maybe we could just do, a blurb about it,
Women's History Month, we'll discuss culture audit again. Culture audit update. And then April goals.
What?
No, I'm just looking at it each individual day and there's like something to do every day.
Like for Autism Month?
No,
Or
for
just-
April.
Just things,
April, like April 4th, National Hug a News Person Day.
I don't know if they want that.
I don't know that they want that.
Yeah.
April 5th, National Deep Dish Pizza Day.
I don't hate. I have such beef with the fake holidays that we
Oh.
just added to everything.
Oh, I
I
thought you
thought
were
you were
going to say
saying-
Deep Dish Pizza. And
Oh,
I
no,
was
no,
like,
no, no.
I was
We're gonna
actually
fight.
I was
You
actually
don't get a body like this
Oh.
dissing
Chicago
Deep Dish
Deep Dish. Detroit Deep Dish, different story.
Wow. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. I have the April goal. April.
Baltimore, Baltimore pizza. Do you watch Abbott Elementary?
Yes. I don't like pizza. I don't like the idea of touching each other.
We're going off. Okay, so is that it? Are we good?
I think we're good, everybody.
Sweet. And then,
We'll get the flyer done this week and the Ben's out. Perfect.
awesome. Thank you, team.
Does anyone want
We are
more
good.
of the speed